and welcome. Catherine Ejima, aka Max P, aka Calibrimbo.
Suffer me now!
I'm joined by.
What about second breakfast?
Don't think he knows about second breakfast, Pip.
Kira.
Should I change the name to What About Friggin' Second Breakfast, Kira? That's a mouthful. Anyway.
I have to work on my AKs and shit. It's the way it is. Okay, right. Just rule.
So, this is a round table of some influencers talking about what you literally just saw, right? In our previous video, okay?
I was supposed to ask for these people.
Yeah, you said you were interested, excited, but it's just not connected to in your head. It's a standalone thing. That's what you said, right?
No.
Yeah, really.
The excitement isn't because it's connected. It's just,
Yeah, right?
How to put it? It's not like, hey, I'm watching it. No, this doesn't connect for me. It's just that my excitement isn't because it's connected to Lord of the Rings. So I'm seeing it as just on its own.
So let's see if they mimic what you said.
Okay. They are influencers in what?
Let's find out.
Oh, okay.
I was like, okay, take a breath, something new would happen, and it was
It's Middle Earth, there's never peace, right? If, like, Sauron is hot, I feel like people will be like, I can fix him.
Middle Earth had like a club.
Yo, this tune is banging!
Awestruck, mystified, and starstruck.
Wow.
What?
My name's Mr. Isla and I'm so excited. And I'm here with the Fellowship of Influencers. Chanel.
Fellowship of Influencers.
Alright, 3 words to describe the Rings of Power.
exhilarating and intriguing.
I also want to say representative, because we're getting like more diversity within this series. Like we're seeing our first black elf, we're seeing the first female dwarf, and I'm very looking forward to like
the first female dwarf.
I guess like.
What do you have me trying to think? It had a female hobbit.
Yes.
They had male and female elves.
Yes.
All I do remember the funny scenes where one of the dwarves was checking out the elf, and the dude had to be like, "That's a guy," because he's like, "This one's pretty." It didn't have a female dwarf.
It had female dwarfs in The Hobbit. I don't think it was in Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Because I remember they talking about them, whether they had beards or something.
Yeah, they have beards. Yeah.
It's the beards.
So in the teaser trailer, and obviously with a lot of stuff that you probably read about it, we're introduced to the first black elf. We're introduced to the first female dwarf.
It's a mystical world.
Like, oh hey, there's someone that looks just like me.
It's a mystical world.
You have no idea the level of cringe I have right now. You have no idea. You have no idea.
I need a hobbit to represent me.
Oh my God. It almost hurts, you know. It hurts. It physically hurts. So the freaking strong and watch this hurts. Oh my God! Wow! These people are so narcissistic. Oh my word! I need someone to look like me. It's like, oh, watch freaking Nollywood then. Why are you running? Why are you running?
Oh my God!
Watch that. What are you talking about?
It's gonna be inspiring, right, for the next generation.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, when was the Lord of the Rings made? It was so long ago.
Yeah,
what I mean is like, if you watch the movies that were made back then, yes, it didn't have the diversity you'll speak of, but currently there's been a bit of everything and everything. I don't think it needs to be pointed out.
The diversity of what, the real world?
No, right. We're talking about the acting choices, the actors for the characters, right? No, I already said it's a mystical world. I never thought about being needing a hobbit representing me or anything like that, right? I already said that part. Yeah. No, but right. What I am saying is, watch when, okay, you're talking about the representation or the casting choices. These shows were made long ago for us.
Wait, in terms of like song old, man. Come on.
We all.
I'm too old for this shit.
there have been casting disputes in Hollywood, but what I am saying is the time in which Lord of the Rings was made compared to now, in the last couple of years, there have been a bit of everything in a little bit of everything. There have been diverse casts in a lot of shows. It's like, I don't think it needs to be pointed out every single time.
That is the argument you're making.
We're in this time. We are here.
Yeah.
We have been here.
That is the argument.
Yes, we admit some shows before things were whitewashed, but look at other shows. When it requires an Asian cast, they are putting an Asian cast. When it requires a black cast, there is a black cast. When there's a certain character or it doesn't matter, for like in this case, these are some made up characters we may or may not know. Maybe the Galadriel, we knew she existed fine, but these are other characters that they're adding into the show, so they can cast whomever they want, and they casted whomever they want. It doesn't need to be pointed out every single time. We are here. We are here.
Right.
Look, Eternals. Some people are finding they didn't really need to switch, but they switched. That was the most diverse cast I ever see. Not that I watched the whole show, but how to put it?
You're right.
They had a bit of everything.
They
had a bit of everything. We here.
The age that we living in now, they making all of these race and gender swaps, right? But the thing is about this is added characters, right? Characters that never existed in the books at all.
That's what I'm saying. So the right? New Black Elf might be a new character, and they casted whomever they find fit. Like, because remember, usually for auditions, especially if it doesn't matter how you look, like if you don't want somebody who is 6 foot versus 5'5", right? If that doesn't matter, it's usually this is a script, a piece of the script that you are going to get, and you see how you portray that. You're the best dude, we putting you in. It don't need to be pointed out all the time that we have diversity. He fit the bill. He brought out the words. He had the impression or the fierceness for whatever because he looked like maybe not even a warrior, but a hunter. He was able to portray that. It doesn't need to be pointed out every single time. We have diversity. We have it. We are here.
Which I absolutely adored, but there are not many women in it, and
oh God, have mercy.
Oh my God.
The first thingamajig.
I think she referencing
how much characters
the old the Lord of the Rings, and how do I know woman in it? What you talking about?
The 3 women who are in it never speak to one another. I don't really.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
But they played
a major role
in the show. Galadriel was the elf. She resisted the temptations. The other one, Arwen, she's the one who came to save Frodo, hold back the army of Lord knows what, bring in the rivers to wash them away or prevent them from crossing. And then my next girl who was in love with Aragorn first, she had one of like the most epic scenes. The thing that nobody could have freaking killed, that went, no man can kill me. And she's like, but I am no man.
I am no man.
Yo! That was good female representation. Like, that wasn't too corny. It was like, oh shit, for real, you answer, man.
So right, so you react like that. And this one, who's supposed to be a fan, have complaints or how the representation didn't suffice?
Tread,
what is that?
They showed different, like, how to put it, different sides. And speaking as a girl watching that, you showed different ways. Women didn't have to be the same. Galadriel had her position of power. She was the queen where she is. Erwin had like the elegance, the beauty, the grace, and all of that. Still, brave, sound character. She rescued the main character, stood up to whoever. She didn't have to physically fight them at the time. No, she was on the horse and she was still fighting. Point is, it wasn't hand to hand on the ground, get muddy and dirty combat. And then the next girl, who was human, a simple human, she went into the war, got battered, got beaten. She had the one exception of literally not being a dude to kill the thingamajiggy. Usually when girls want a strong woman, it's usually situations like this.
So what is this one talking about?
We don't always need, like, Ronda Rousey all the time.
Guys, it's amazing. Like, why you want them to be all over the place? What do you want?
More female representation to maybe see them actually interact with one another. Very exciting.
They were almost continents across each other. Remember these people, when you're traveling from one location to the next, your hair had like 12 inches. I have to check back if they really never did interact, but nobody was studying that at the time.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
It just makes me so excited for the next generation because, like, as you said, like, growing up, like, I was still excited about being an elf or a hobbit and joining in with it, even though I wasn't represented, like, even like my disability or my queerness wasn't represented. It just makes me so happy and heartwarm.
She said, initially she said it didn't matter. Yeah, I don't think she means representation for her. I think she said, right, even though I wasn't represented, you're still excited, which is how I think people normally are. Think I didn't imagine I had stone powers when I was a kid too.
So the arguments that them bringing up, it makes no sense. If you are a fan of something, it doesn't matter.
You like it?
If it is, I playing like if I freaking Magneto, even though I wasn't born in freaking way, Austria, wherever it is, there was. Let's call it in the concentration camps. I wasn't born in that. But yeah, I am not a white guy with magnetic powers. So I am a fan of it. I like it. I'm not trying to change it. Because I care about the youth coming up. I was a little boy watching it and it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me at all. So what are you talking about? So young people just what? Full of themselves? That's what you're saying? No, let me think about this for a second.
If you need proper representation, not everybody's that buff. These superheroes. You used to see Wolverine, six-pack and Angel Wings through uniform.
Freaking skin tight, freaking shit everybody have on. Freaking Rogue was banging.
Yeah.
And that was the hell of a freaking power to have. How even though you're looking so good, you can't have no physical touch, or else you would kill them.
Pretty much. My boy Gambit, boy.
Yeah, you used to have to take it for the team. Literally.
Gambit went through real shit.
Real stress. Anytime you kiss someone.
And he still went back.
And he's still going back. Yeah. So you see how we understood it, even though we are not of their color, we understand what is going on. We can relate. So in this way, even though Lord of the Rings, it is basically an Englishman who made this fantasy world. That is my argument all the time. This was like in 1937.
Right, watch the times.
Look at the timing of that.
Look, that's what I said. Watch when it was made. It was back then. We can cast whoever we want. No,
it's a fantasy world, yes, right? But it kind of come like if it was something that was created by a black person, that was a mythology for somewhere in like Senegal mythology. You would think it will have a bunch of white people around it.
Nobody with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Are you mad? Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Oh my God, wow.
I know, I had to say. No, but this is essentially England, right? Essentially, in the 1930s, she created it, right? Nobody is saying that it don't have black people in those eras. But they cannot be from the same flicking area. That is my argument. When it comes to God of War, when it comes to like Norse and Greek mythology, how the hell you can have black people live?
How, Sway?
How?
Sure.
They will be in flicking Africa.
Wasn't there them times.
So when be there, Tolkien didn't see this as him. He is saying you can't have other people of other races in other areas, you know. You could. But not in the North. The North! In every freaking show, that has always been the talking point. You realize that?
They need to let it go now.
You realize that?
They keep arguing about
But-
not having
right.
this, not having
No,
that. You need to put this, but
That's how
It
to
did.
think. It would never stop, though. It would always be, we need this person, we need more representation, it would never stop.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
it's like you're overlooking what you are getting. It's happening. The diverse characters and races is here.
Yeah.
And now we have started to include disabled people again. So that's what I'm saying. It's like you're pointing out something that the ball is rolling, it's rolling. It picked up some snow along the way too. Anyway, let me see.
Sauron basically like helps forge the rings, and so I think they start making like some initial rings.
They said that in the first flicking movie.
Yeah, describe it. Sounds like Sauron's in like a ring store.
He made all the rings. And then he made the one ring to rule them all.
I would just have to show you right now. This is being ratioed.
Shit! Wait. Is that 164 likes? You can count this. Can count it. Wait, they are reacting to the the trailer itself, or this is Superfans review. So people are disliking the review.
Yeah, what they saying?
Wow, the actual trailer itself, how is that doing?
Ratio.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow, people are not liking this. I'm not too sure what to hate in it though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it that just leave it alone kind of thing?
Go to the actual this thing we're reacting to here, right?
So they are super fans of diversity and inclusion, but not Tolkien. Okay. We made a promise to ourselves at the beginning of the process that we weren't going to put any of our own politics, our own messages, our own themes into these movies. What we are trying to do was to analyze what was important to Tolkien and try to honor that. In a way, we're trying to make these films for him, not for ourselves.
Peter Jackson, the person who made the original stuff.
There's zero chance this show isn't an unmitigated disaster, and I couldn't be more excited. Why? Well, you see, that's the thing. These are probably people who really watched and read the books, and probably what they are seeing in the trailer is not making sense. Forget maybe not even the inclusion part, that these diversity and inclusion part, but probably this journey that they give in Galadriel. Maybe she wasn't even involved in certain things like that.
Yeah.
Because I think in the images that I remember, when she got her ring, she already kind of looked like what she looked like in Lord of the Rings.
For sure, this is people who are like hardcore fans, and hardcore fans for Lord of the Rings, they are very protective for Lord of the Rings. Like Star Wars kind of went down that road where it got completely, the last 3 movies was not good, right? The first one, kinda, the last 2, nope, complete trash. And that is because of the people in them who made it, they really didn't have any reverence or didn't really care much for Star Wars. And that is the problem, that is what they're seeing here. With the way how they are talking here, it seemed like and even from the trailer, although I am not a huge fan of Lord of the Rings, I can understand the real super fans, not these, the real super fans here. They're seeing things that we are not seeing clearly, and they're like,
it probably doesn't even have anything to just do with the diversity. It's like, this is not supposed to happen in the story. So I would say maybe Galadriel does not need to go on this adventure journey or whatever.
This is what it was even blasphemy.
Because I was saying, when I was talking about the different types of women, she may not even need to be like on the front lines.
You don't need that.
It's like, hey, I am giving or lending my armies, but she probably does something else somewhere else. The voice of reason, stuff like that.
And that is why it's like, when it comes to these shows that are being created now, you cannot make a woman like that. You can't. Because they're looking to throw in their own, the same thing when the person said down here, throwing their own politics into it. It's like, no, Galadriel isn't that. She is a different kind of person. She doesn't fight like that. She is powerful, yes, but it's not like she's not in the middle of any war. Like even the same path where she's running in.
That's on.
That the true fans.
I don't see them wearing. I don't even see her wearing armor.
Yeah. The true fans is like, nope, this never happened. This never happened.
Joan of Arc.
Even they said Joan of Arc. This never happened in the book. And that goes to show I'm had to put like an insert in that they don't even have Amazon do have rights. They have rights for 1, 2, 3 and the Hobbit thing. Anything else they don't have rights for.
Oh, so they're just making up stuff?
So this is fanfic.
Oh my god.
They don't have
Side story.
rights to this era of Lord of the Rings. They don't.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Right? The estate, his estate, like that is why they could have only, when they was creating the new characters, they couldn't change characters' sex or race. They couldn't.
Oh wow.
Right? All that is why all they could do is add new characters,
Okay.
but they couldn't change what was already established. What do you think of this whole super fan thing? This whole thing.
You need to
Just
talk
give me your
about one
last
thing,
thoughts.
really.
Yeah, they didn't really go into any real depth.
No, about they very rarely went into what they think the
Very surface level. Very
yes, and what people look like
What people
and
look
what
like,
they
that's
were
it.
happy to see. That's all they really went on, and then they keep spinning that. Hey, we're going to see the rings formed. I thought they would have more discussed like, okay, yes, I remember this part in the book. Da 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 da.
Oh, and another thing I should say, this video also is unlisted. To remove it from being public. So if you was to search for it on YouTube, you can't find it. Only if you have a link.
Wow.
They made it unlisted after the saw was happening. It's like,
Shit. So why don't just take it down?
yeah, it's true. Why not just make it private? I don't know.
Take it down.
I don't know. But I'm just showing that out there. Like this is a bad ratio here. This is the percentage of this.
Yeah, I've never seen where you can actually count the likes.
Yeah, it's like, ugh.
I have never seen that.
Get people who know law of the Lord of the Rings. These people
So
clearly
is
don't know law.
this
They don't know that much.
is the whole point of diverse fans now is nobody
That's-
white and male
Yeah, that is basically what they present
with
to everybody.
no disability.
It's like, hey, make sure
I
that
actually
the
starting to feel
diverse.
sorry for white men now.
Yeah.
Are
Just
they
give
getting
me-
ostracized?
What do you guys think? Are you still excited to see the Lord of the Rings? Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.
What about second breakfast?
My action attack, then first guest appearance. Mr. James, I brought all your photos, total $300. That's good. 1, 2, take my girl to dinner, thinking Red Lobster. Someone says, told me, look, copy this danger. Stupid white punk and green. You see, we had beef from before, since high school. Miss me his girl and shrimp his machine. Please, I'm not who.